What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Philadelphia Eagles fans got to be flying high right now because landing Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith in the first round of the draft, excellent drafting. I mean, it's the Philadelphia Bulldogs defense at this point because they draft everybody from Georgia and they got studs. They got dudes that are amazing, and I'm going to break these two guys down a little bit and why I'm so happy for these guys and Philly particularly. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But let's talk about Jalen Carter first. Jalen Carter, he fell to 9, and in most people's minds, he might have been the very best player in the draft. Or he was the very best defensive player in the draft, and they got him at 9. I think he was like the 4th or 5th defensive player off the board. That could be wrong, I don't quite remember. But getting him at 9 was absolute steal because before the off the field issues with the racing or whatnot, dude was looked at like he's going to be the first defensive player off the board. Like it was like him and Will Anderson, and most people were kind of leaning towards him because there's not too many guys that are his size with his speed, his strength, and just how dominant he is in the trenches. There's not a lot of guys like that. And anytime you have a chance to get the best player on the best defense in college, you take it. And I like the chance, like, they're going to take some risk here because, the off-the-field issues could become a problem. But I do think that when you bring them into a locker room that has guys like Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, Darius Slay, James Bradbury, like older, wiser vets that, are on the same side of the ball as him, and then you bring them in with Jordan Davis, who's been his teammate, he knows somebody. Nakobe Dean, he knows somebody. And then you draft Nolan Smith right after. Like, you're building the continuity around him to put him in the best situation possible to succeed. So I think with all that, I don't really worry about the off the field issues too much. When you get a talent like that, you got to take your shot. You can't let that go by. Otherwise, you're going to be known as a team that passed on him. But I mean, just look at what their defense, like the D line, particularly looks like. You have Hassan Reddick, who was amazing last year. You have Fletcher Cox, who has been slowly declining, but he's still really good. Brandon Graham had a good year. Josh Sweat, very underrated. Who am I missing? I'm missing somebody. I mean, you want to add Jalen Carter in there? I mean, go ahead. Nolan Smith, go ahead. Like they're deep in the trenches. That's the best spot to be deep at in the NFL is inside and on the D line or on the O line. And honestly, they're deep on the O line too. So, I love the pick. I love Jalen Carter going to this team because when you draft best player available and now you have a chance to put him next to Jordan Davis and have nobody be able to run the ball on you, you should do it every single time. And that was a thing that was a little bit of an issue. Eagles fans that watched a lot of the games last year, that they were, without Jordan Davis on the field, they were very poor against the run. They were one of the worst teams against the run when Jordan Davis was not on the field, and they were one of the best teams with him on the field. So that'll be obviously hopeful to keep him healthy. But you have Jalen Carter next to him now who is better than him. And he can rush the passer. I just love the pick. Anytime you take the best player that was in the draft or the best defensive player in the draft, it's a win. And especially when you get him at 9. Also, shout out to the Saints for Jalen Carter because this isn't possible without you guys. So I do appreciate you guys trading us your first round pick last year and it blowing up in your face. Anywho, let's talk about Nolan Smith. One of my teams that I love to root for is the Chargers, and I was hoping the Chargers would take Nolan if they were going to go defense, which they didn't. Nolan falling to 30 was surprising to me. I didn't think that was going to happen, but you get an outside linebacker that can play on the line if he has to, that runs a 4.39. Like there's not too many dudes in the NFL that are playing on the D-line or linebacker that run a 4.39. That's one of the fastest players for his position coming into the league, so he's going to have good speed. I know he missed some games due to a pectoral injury, but I don't really worry too much about college injury history. You can only gain so much from that. But he looks like he's a freak of nature. I think that's going to be another dude that you're adding to that pass rush and to that, to the trenches where you can keep guys fresh all year long. Everybody's going to be playing with higher energy because they're not on the field the entire game, and it gives you extra chess pieces. Okay, so if Brandon Graham or Josh Sweat have been playing a little bit and you can tell they're a little bit gassed, you can throw him in there, make that swap, and then you're still good. You're still solid. So, I thought that they might be going Joey Porter Jr. at corner just to build out that secondary a little bit more. But, Nolan Smith's a good pick. They clearly have a thing for the Georgia Bulldogs defense because, like I said, you drafted 4 Bulldogs in the past 2 years, all on the defensive side of the ball. Clearly they have something that they like about that. And, Jordan Davis was good last year. Nakobe Dean didn't really get to play too much last year, but this year he's going to get his shot. And then, you're going to have Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith going out there ready to wreak havoc on defenses. And they might be the 4th, 5th, and 6th guys you have to worry about. So good luck to opposing offensive lines because you're going to have a long day when you go play against them. They led the league in sacks last year, and they're going to do it again this year. It's just another case of the rich get richer. And I love that for Eagles fans. I love that for the defense because those dudes are amazing to watch. And I cannot wait to see this season now because I didn't think Jalen was going to fall to 9. So that just has me super hyped. I didn't think Nolan would fall to 30. That's got me hyped. It's a good scene. I think they got 2 second-round picks, or they're picking at 66 or something. I know they just made a trade with the Cardinals to move up into the 66 pick or something like that. So they're going to get somebody else. I'm hoping they go secondary, just me personally. Or maybe they go running back because there is a little bit of a gap there right now. But they're in a good spot because they can kind of go any which way they want because there's not really a lot of weaknesses on their team. Maybe they go safety. We'll see. But for the first round, A+, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. Love those picks. Anywho, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Please like the video. But shout out to Eagles. Amazing draft. I'm Daniel. Peace.